long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Let's go, fellas.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 59.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the carry is Kelly. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check 53. Man, that's trash.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
Keith Kirkwood started to work his way into the rotation midway through his rookie season. Undrafted out of Temple, had his first catch against the Cincinnati Bengals, and really came on in the late season. A couple of touchdowns in the regular season, and one more for good measure in the playoffs. Keith Kirkwood's future is bright.
Here we go. On the base. Double. Show it.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Let's go. 70 in there. Mike 58 right there. And one. Check.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll get it out quickly to Kirkwood. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Let's go, D.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check. Hot route. Hot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Set. 188.
Now Newton on first down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Set. 180.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want 20.
Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm on.
Out of the gun, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And Josh Hill has it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
And the Saints, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Go. Stay at home. 58 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you.
To throw again. Newton. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 40-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Luke Kuechly there defensively.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get up. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got you.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? Look at it. Gun. Man, I got you. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come. Gun. Ready?
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 180. Hey, watch the slant.
Now a quick hitter with a fullback arm up. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Ready? 52 right here. 52. Bandit. Wait. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Ready?
On second down, Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Put that team on the bus.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
53 is the mark. Pick me up. Here we go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Sit. Ready to eat.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From the 50, Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Come on, D.
Back to throw, Newton. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
What are you? 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
At the 6-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready? Ready? Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Ty Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Bridgewater now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Get off the field. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an alley to run. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
At the 30-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
57's the mic. All day. All day. Check the backer. Check the backer. Gun, gun.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's it. I know he ain't got it. I got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Kill, kill, kill. Gun, gun, gun.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? White 33. Choose the mic. It's all field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Great, great.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
From the gun, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Blue there, blue there.
Throwing again. Newton. It's Williams on the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
22 yards. And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
I get it.
52, Mike 52. Not here.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ty Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
You.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
19 yards. And the Saints first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check three.
Kamara. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. 53 is the mark. Check. Check 31. 61. Match box.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Let's go now. Let's go. Come on.
On the end around, here comes Smith. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go. Go to base. We got it. Let's 59.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Keith Kirkwood, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Lutz good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the 27, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Newton. He finds his man Johnson. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Newton now to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 10-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
You don't know no better.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Turn for you.
From the gun, here's Newton. He gets this one to Johnson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Mike, in the set. 180. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey! 5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Smith here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
At the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Ready? 53. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On the ground, Kamara. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Kellen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go now. Check. Let's go. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
58, Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 58, right over there.
Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll try for it here on fourth. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Undercut. Slam.
Now Bridgewater on fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. Right to the 3. I'm gonna run you over. Gun. Yo, Mike 52. Watch the pass.
Throwing on second down. Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Bridgewater. And Matthews makes a grab. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Back to throw. It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Kelly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go. Get that ball, team. Let's get that ball. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. All day, baby. All day. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Hurry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. He's got it to Matthews. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ready? Check. 59. 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Cracks.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's complete.
Let's go.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Gun.
52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Orbit. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
To throw again, Newton. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
I'm coming for you, son.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Great.
Mike 52.
Again, Newton. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past. The 50.
13 yards on the play. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Newton throwing again. He's going to air one out. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Check 59. It's 59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing, Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Bridgewater again. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for New Orleans, they've indeed run the table here on